News.
The Horry County Police Chief now wants to add 4 more detectives to the force. Right now there are just 10. Chief Sandra Rhodes recently went to council members with that request. The Major Crime Unit handles murders, elderly abuse, criminal sexual conduct cases. And for these types of crimes, detectives must collect evidence at crime scenes, interview witnesses, and get legal documents from the courts. That's a time-consuming process that is stretching the force way too thin, she says. It's been 14 years since new detectives have been hired at the Horry County Police Department. Myrtle Beach Police looking for a man they say changed the amount on a check and then cashed it. 25-year-old DeRoyal McKnight sold a woman a CD for $5. She gave McKnight a check and then noticed the next day it had been cashed for $500. McKnight is now wanted for forgery. If you know where he is, call Myrtle Beach Police. We've learned more details about why a South Carolina trooper based in Horry and Georgetown County was fired. A Department of Justice representative says J.D. Magaha has been charged with conspiracy to distribute narcotics. Last month, the Department of Public Safety fired Magaha after leading an after learning the FBI was investigating him. And the charges come after 4 other men in the Grand Strand and PD, including the owner of the former Gold Club here in Horry County, were charged with money laundering and other federal violations. Magaha was with the department since 2005. We are waiting to learn what killed a man in Florence. The body of 38-year-old Tommy Birch was found in Timrod Park Thursday morning. A person passing through that area saw the body in a creek and called police. The county coroner tells us Birch died about an hour or 2 before his body was found. No foul play suspected, but an autopsy will be done later today. Now to an incredible story of survival. WMBF News has been following all along. A Conway man is in good condition after being found at sea some 66 days after he was reported missing. 37-year-old Lewis Jordan's boat capsized. Coast Guard officials say the sailor left the Bucksport Marina in Myrtle Beach way back on January 23rd. Jordan's family reported him missing to the Coast Guard on January 29th. He was rescued yesterday after a German cargo ship found him. Crews spotted him and his boat drifting at sea and took him on board. Shortly after the rescue, Lewis's father got to hear his son's voice during a phone call from the Coast Guard base in Norfolk, Virginia. The father then got the chance to thank the captain of that German ship who saved his son's life.
Mr. Jordan?
Yeah, this is Lewis's father.
Yes, sir.
I want to thank the captain.
Yes, go ahead. He's on the line.
Captain,
yes.
Thank you very much.
You are very welcome.
Yes, you're a good man. I swear. You did what you're supposed to do, and I sure do appreciate it. And I know my son appreciates it.
Oh, sir, that is a pleasure for us.
Yeah, he did hopefully what anyone would do, particularly a captain of a ship like that. Jordan says he survived those 2 months at sea by eating fish he caught with his hands and drinking rainwater. His father says Jordan has fasted before, so it wasn't his first time going without food, maybe not for that long. A Coast Guard helicopter took him to a hospital in Norfolk. Jordan was even able to walk inside that hospital instead of being carried with that stretcher you see there. When you go to a restaurant, you see a score that's right there on the door or right next to the door. You might wonder, how did it get that grade? It all comes from a scoring system monitored by the State Department of Health. Jenna DeAngelis investigates restaurant scores for us every week. She's live here in the studio to break down the system. Jenna, so all I want to know is if it's an A, should I not stay away? If it's not an A, should I stay away? What's the deal?
Well, David, a restaurant needs to score an 88 or above to wear an A on its door, so I'll let you decide that one. But this is how the system works. Inspectors drop by every restaurant with this report and check up on more than 50 items on this list to make sure that each restaurant is following the rules.
I really stay on my employees, and my managers stay on our employees to keep everything clean, healthy, to temperature, not only for their safety but for the customers.
Larry Cobble is the owner of Crate Creation Cafe. He feels there's no excuse and it's each restaurant's responsibility to score an A. That's where the South Carolina Department of Health comes in. Last year, it revised its regulations to fit the FDA model. It made a long list of changes. One is assuring employees have no bare hand contact with ready-to-eat foods. Another focus is on time and temperature control, or making sure foods like meats, fruits, and vegetables do not have any hazards to your health. DHEC also monitors restaurants have a more consistent language for us when we read their menus and labels. Each change just assures the continuation of safe food practices. One thing that still remains is each restaurant gets a score and a letter grade. If they don't make the grade, they can expect DHEC to return.
They help me keep my establishment up to standards, up to code. So I believe that whatever changes they did make, and I agree with them, is in the best interest of the public.
Crepe Creation Cafe did score an A, which is clearly stated on its door. If you want to know what a restaurant scored without driving there, you can use a new iPhone or Android app. It's called What the Health South Carolina. We'll have a link to more information on our website, WNBFnews.com. Reporting live in the studio, Jenna DeAngelis, WNBF News.
Jenna, thank you for that explanation. One local man spending his third Easter hanging from a cross right there in front of the First Methodist Church in Myrtle Beach. Some are calling it a human Easter display. That display does get a lot of attention and no doubt a lot of social media posts. And while many find the effort a moving tribute, others not so impressed. The man behind the display says he's just hoping to reach as many people as possible.
Even if it was just one or two, that's enough for him. But of course, there's been more.
The associate pastor goes on to say the goal of this display is to start a dialogue about the true meaning of Easter for anyone willing to listen. But above all, it's just their way of celebrating the holiday. The man will be back up on the cross later this morning and throughout the day today. And the PD Spring Carnival returns to the Florence Civic Center. That's on West Radio Drive. The hours for tonight are from 5 to 11. We have Saturday and Sunday times listed on your screen there right now. There'll be games, food, rides, and a lot more. Admission is free, but ride tickets are $1.25 each. You can also get an unlimited pass for those rides for $15. Many of us are in the spring cleaning mode right now, but there may be something you're overlooking. You touch it every day, and it's dirtier than your bathroom. Brian Moorer explains, new this morning.
It seems we can't keep our hands off our electrical devices, and we're leaving behind germs, dirt, and dust. So how do we clean those pricey gadgets without damaging them?
One of the things you want to make sure you don't do is use glass cleaners or solvents on screens like tablets, computer monitors, and smartphones.
Abrasive cleaners break down the special coating that lets fingers glide over the screen. TVs also have a delicate surface that could be damaged by ammonia, alcohol, or even paper towels. Instead, use a microfiber cloth, slightly dampened if needed.
The problem is if you use a strong enough abrasive, it's like taking a varnish off a beautiful painting. You've just, you've ruined your masterpiece.
Devices with crevices like keyboards collect grime over time. Use a gas duster to blow out the gunk.
One trick is to turn it over and then to use a compressed air to blow out the dust so that it falls out when you're doing that.
But that doesn't kill germs. Brace yourself. The average cell phone harbors about 18 times more bacteria than a public toilet handle. This device, called Phone Soap, uses UV light to sanitize phones while they're charging. Just a few ways to keep bacteria at bay on the devices we use most. Brian Moore, NBC News.
A pair of socks could let you know when your blood sugar has spiked. We'll show you how foot fashion can save your life next in Health Headlines.
And this weekend, we will have sunshine, rain, and cool air. I'll take you through all of it coming up.